last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine. After picking up our heroes from different points in the timeline, the mysterious captain finally tells them why they're here.
You're on a time ship. This is Beth, the bioelectric time hopper. We're on a mission. A criminal has stolen their own time hopper and is currently going through time undoing the very fabric of reality. I'm captain, and you are my crew. You weren't my first choice, but you are what the world has got. Don't worry, I have a plan.
Okay, so tonight, we don't want to be offensive or insensitive to anyone. We're going to be talking about Nazis. We're going to be dealing with Nazis. And there's going to be some things that might come up. But one thing that I would like us to do is if anyone is saying that they will give a typical Nazi salute, complete with the known Nazi saying, we all know what that is, please just say that you are saluting, and I will do the same.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Okay. Captain Connor leads you all onto the bridge. Quickly, they move to the center console and pull a lever. You feel the ship move into the air. And then all of a sudden the sky in front of you melts away into the colors of the time void.
Beth's algorithms have tracked Blyth to Germany 1943, where she is in the process of selling the Nazis some very advanced railguns. If this sale is successful, the Nazi Luftwaffe will be unstoppable, and the Axis powers will win the war for sure. Our mission is to stop this weapons deal and capture Blyth before she can escape into the time void.
The captain takes a bag from their jacket pocket.
I'll need each of you to wear one of these at all times while out in the field. This is a comm unit. It will allow all of us to stay in constant communication. Dr. Van Helsing, you can put this in your ear, and then you'll be able to both hear and talk to everyone else.
What is with you and making me put things in my holes?
Orifices.
That's the word.
Gosh. The captain looks at you, Van Helsing, and says,
This is a comm unit. It's a piece of technology that I dare say is far advanced from what you've seen. All you do is you stick it right in your ear, and then you can both hear and talk to everybody, no matter how far they are.
Did you say it doesn't matter how far apart we are?
Yeah.
And there's no wires.
Oh, yes. I forget that this is a bit too advanced for you too, Chaos. Yes, there are no wires.
Cool. He pulls out a small pocket screwdriver and just starts twirling it around his fingers.
Give him a spare one.
I don't want you to be messing with this.
What?
You put that screwdriver away.
Sorry, can't hear you thing in my ear.
Effie takes one of the communicators and holds it up near her cyborg part of her face, and it opens up and becomes all gears and metal parts, and then it assimilates it.
That was effing dope.
that was awesome.
I love that every episode we learn 335,000 new things about Effie. I think that's a great segment to our episode.
Van Helsing takes the earpiece and he says, "This does look less uncomfortable than the last thing you asked to put into one of my orifices."
I mean, I was waiting for you to stick it into your sensitive nostrils.
No, we've already had something go into Van Helsing's sensitive nostrils.
That must have been horrible for you.
Okay, so Vic walks around the center console and quickly types something and presses a button. A three-dimensional holographic image appears hovering in the air above the console. Its airy details show an airfield base. The airfield contains a large building in the center, with two buildings on the left, one close to the main building and one further away, close to an airstrip. On the right of the main building is a forested area with a fourth building nestled into the trees. At the end of the long airstrip, or runway, a smaller building glitches as if it shouldn't even be on the map.
To get into the airfield, Dr. Van Helsing, you will pose as General Feldmarschall Wolfram Karl Ludwig Moritz Hermann Freyer von Richthofen.
You got that?
I made it through!
If literally anyone asks you for your ID, you're so screwed.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
Charlotte, You'll need to pose as General von Richthofen's secretary, Anna Hoffman.
A secretary's below my pay grade, so can you change that?
There's not much to work with. If you can find something better, go ahead, but right now, you're Anna Hoffman.
If you ask me to take notes, I'm gonna take them on my phone, okay?
That might cause a continuity problem, but all right.
Phones weren't invented.
What do you expect me to take notes on?
I don't expect the good doctor to be asking you to take notes.
Oh, hallelujah. My handwriting's terrible.
You would be surprised how often good notes come in to be handy.
Dr. Zuman,
Yeah.
you'll be his bodyguard, Unteroffizier Johann Braun. The three of you will walk in the front door, right here, and ask to join in the weapons deal. Now, the weapons deal will most likely go down in the hangar here. The captain points to the far left building next to the airstrip. Miss Derringer and Chaos, I'll need you both to sneak around the base to this side and get into the hangar undetected before Van Helsing, Charlotte, and Zuman arrive. You'll need to be our eyes and our ears. Once y'all arrive, you'll need to work together to block all escape routes and take Blyth down. You'll need to watch out, she's a slippery one. Now I warn y'all. The captain looks at Charlotte directly. You'll want to dress warmly. Germany at this time is pretty chillin'. Are there any questions?
Are you trying to infer that my Sherpa bathrobe is, like, not good enough here, or, like, what?
Actually, that's probably like exactly good enough.
There's a dressing room just down this hallway to the left, though sometimes it's down that hallway. Take a right, then a left, and it's the door at the end.
Okay, Zuman goes the second way.
You'll find everything you'll need. If not, ask Beth to whip something up for you. You'll need to make sure that you're dressed just like the Nazis are.
Does Blythe have any, like, selfies or anything that we can look at to, like, you know, see who she is?
Does she have like an Insta profile or like maybe a
What's
like,
her
a
handle?
TikTok or something?
The captain types something else in and presses a button. The holographic image of the airfield fades away, and an image of Blythe. It's actually Blythe's mugshot that's showing, so you can get a good picture of what Blythe looks like.
Chaos waves his hand through the hologram.
Ugh, she really needs to double condition her hair.
That's actually very true.
You know, it doesn't matter how much conditioner you use, you can't wash the blood out.
Ugh, that's shampoo, you fool.
That's the problem with what he just said. All right. Zuman comes out from where the dressing room was, and he is dressed in a green coat with a green helmet on the top, navy blue pants, and black boots, with the black belt cinching the coat and a Nazi insignia swastika on his lapel.
Thank you for Googling that.
I feel really dirty, guys. I don't like this at all.
I'm sorry, it's only gonna be for a little bit.
Do I get to like punch some at least?
If it comes to fisticuffs, by all means, go ahead.
All right, I can live with that.
So I think Van Helsing is the only one who actually does not know about the, like, whose timeline is before World War II.
Yeah.
Friend Zuman, you look so cool. Why do you not want to be dressed like this? I do not understand.
Ah, right, yeah, you're from before. Listen, Doc, some bad news. Some really not so charitable or nice German folk kind of invade your home country a little bit later on, and they do some really horrible, messed up stuff to the Jewish population. Actually, Shah, do you want to just like pull up a couple images of some of these camps?
Probably Shar pulls up the Wikipedia page, and
Nice.
make sure to say that, like, Jews and others were discriminated against.
How could this be allowed to have happened? This is horrible. It's beyond words.
Yeah, Doc. I mean, no one's proud of it, but I guess sometimes we're the real monsters, right? Doc, I wish I could tell you what the reasons were or the motivations, and sometimes we think we've figured them out, but to be honest, I have no idea how this could happen. I'm as devastated as you are.
But this will happen in my timeline. This will happen in my last years of life. I'm devastated. Why would Blyth come here? Blyth could go anywhere in all of time or space. Why Germany 1843?
1943.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Honestly, Dr. Van Helsing, I don't rightfully know. No, Blythe and I knew her back in the war. That war messed us all up, but it messed her up even more. She was arrested near the end of it for war profiteering. Thrown in jail. I think jail messed her up pretty bad too. Looks like she somehow broke out and is at it again, now worse.
We cannot allow her to do this.
I agree. That's why I needed help. I knew something was happening, something bad, and I needed more people on my side.
Captain, you have my books.
It's one thing to profit from war, but to go straight for Nazi Germany sounds like she's got an agenda that goes a little bit beyond making money.
That's what I need to find out, and that's what I need to stop.
Let's get ready and go kick some Nazi ass.
Right.
The only change Chaos makes is he puts on a Nazi hat. He otherwise just keeps his big black trench coat.
Nice.
I dress exactly like General Feldmarschall Wolfram Karl Ludwig Moritz Hermann Verrocher Ron Richthofen.
Oh, wow.
Let's not say that name too often.
Effie puts on a trench coat too, but no Nazi insignia because she just can't stand working for the bad guys.
Right. Vic pulls the holographic image of the airbase back up and points to the end of the airstrip. When this is all over, you'll meet me here at the end of the airstrip with Blythe in custody. We'll then be able to tow her and her ship back to my time. And I'll be able to get all of you back to yours. If there are no further questions, let's be off. Before assuming their post at the controls, they hand Charlotte another brown paper bag. The bathroom's down that way, hun.
Charlotte flips everyone off in the room as she leaves.
Could Zoo and Charlotte, I promise this is the last time, hopefully, Charlotte.
Oh my gosh, no!
roll me a tripping on physics roll.
Wow. She looks like she's going to be sick.
I have a +2.
Hey, you pass.
Oh my god.
You actually pass by quite a lot.
What's the skill?
You can use physique for this.
Okay, then in that case, I get a +4.
Awesome. You pass as well.
When Char does not throw up as they make the jump, she runs back into the room screaming something or yelling something like, "Take that, time bitches!"
No, it's just me, but if you had failed that, I wanted to see an aspect on your character sheet that said something like unwell time traveler or time traveler patient or something like that. But I'm glad you passed.
Ha!
Okay. December 12th, 1943, Germany, Kaufbeuren, Nazi Luftwaffe airfield. You step out of the ship. Clouds cover the sky overhead, and a biting wind cuts you through, forcing the cold through your coats to seep into your skin. The ship hovers inches above the ground. The engines roar like distant thunder. Now remember, Captain calls over the loudspeaker. I'll be the shabby hut at the end of the airstrip. Probably there now. Void. Gotta get moving. Good luck. Beth lifts into the air and disappears into the late morning sky without a trace. Shortly after the ship disappears, the captain speaks through your comm units. All right, everyone. I just picked up a signature about an hour ago. Blythe is definitely here.
We probably should defer to Dr. Van Helsing, right? That's the chain of command.
Dr. Van Helsing would definitely know what to do in the situation. We need to go to meet the weapon deal at the location where that's happening.
Right, which is in the hangar.
Yeah.
You guys have to go somewhere else before the hangar, right? Like, we're going to the hangar, Effie and I, and they're going somewhere else and then meeting us at the hangar.
We're going to the guard post to get into the base to get to the hangar.
The airfield is actually not too far away. You're dropped off about like maybe a quarter mile away from it. So you are now walking through snow to get to it.
Let us go to the airfield. Wait, can we tell what time it is?
Who's wearing a watch?
I am a watch.
Then you can tell everyone that is 11:22.
Who's asking what time it is?
I'm asking what time it is because I want to know how much time we have before we're supposed to meet up for this weapons deal.
Doctor, 11:22.
So, how much time do we have before this weapons deal?
Hey, Beth, can you hear me on this thing?
I can hear you, Chaos.
Oh,
Are you trying
gosh!
And I heard Van Helsing's a question. And I've been looking some things up. Time's kind of weird. It hasn't set, so I can't tell you what time the whole weapons deal went down. But it should be going on right now or fairly soon.
All right.
Well, we have no time to waste. Let us go to the hangar.
All right, let's go. Chaos kicks on his laser skates, which melts through the snow and leaves him standing in a pile of slush. Yeah. That didn't work as intended.
Yeah, mate. It was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, I guess we're walking.
I can turn my cyborg leg into a sled.
I mean, Dan said we weren't that far away from
Right,
the...
can we, I'm going to
place,
assume
so-
we've been walking the whole time, and we're now getting up to the guard station. So I would say that it's
Chaos
time
and
for
I
you
aren't
guys
going
to...
with you, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's time for you guys to split off from us.
What do the outer defenses look like, Dan?
Okay, so from distance, you can see the outer defense is basically just a chain link fence around the entire base. There are 2 guards posted at the front entrance, and then you can see some other guards just patrolling inside the perimeter, but just patrolling a little bit.
Before Effie and Chaos break off from us, Charlotte taps Effie on the shoulder and says, "Hey, so, just in case, we get, separated or in trouble or, find some really good food to share or something, can I give you my cell phone number so you can call me?"
Okay. And I hold out my hand, and it becomes like a keypad for like an old school phone.
Awesome. Char puts her number in and smiles at Effie and just says, "Thanks. I feel much better now."
It's good to be connected. And then as I walk away with Chaos, you get a text, and it's like, "Hey, this is Effie."
Perfect. Char puts the number in her contacts. Also, when she puts the name Effie in, she adds several emojis like a fox and a blue heart and stuff like that.
It's like modern day flower language. I have no idea what it means, but I'm sure that's very important.
All right, so you guys are going to deviate from us, so we're splitting up into 2 groups. Is that right, Dan?
It sounds like they are doing it.
Who do you want to run with first?
So we're going to run with Van Helsing, Char, and Zoo, that group, real quick, and then we'll go over to Effie and Chaos. Okay, here we go. 2 soldiers stand at attention at the gates into the airfield. As they see you approaching, they stand straighter. When you are within range, they throw their hands up into a salute.
General Feldmarschall, we were not expecting you. Please proceed to the main building. Oberschmuller will assist you. But where is your auto? It is too cold outside for you to be wandering about.
We'll worry about the general's safety. Stand aside.
His coat's out for dry cleaning.
What?
Perfect.
That's not my car.
What? I did not understand that at all.
What?
Auto.
Sarah thought that you were
Automobile.
asking about my coat, not about my auto.
Oh.
Well, I didn't understand.
I was
what
wondering.
You said.
I was seriously wondering. I'm like, coats? What? As you're passing by, they put their hands up and stop Charlotte. I'm afraid we cannot let a woman into the complex.
I beg your pardon, but I know the Fuhrer personally.
Let me check here.
That's great.
Okay, so I'm going to be using the stunt Big Name. And essentially what it will do is allow me to get a +2 bonus to rapport when trying to like convince someone to help me out because I have connections within their time. Yeah, so I have a +3 for my roll, so that is plus the 3 that I have for rapport, so 6 + 2 is 8.
Wow, that's a good roll.
That just blows it out of the water. You know the Führer. Oh, and they look at each other, kind of like you're a snake in a way, like they don't want to touch a snake. That's the look that they're giving. It's a very vivid look that they don't want to be bitten by a snake. That's what I'm going with. And they step aside, almost fearful to let you pass.
Perfect. She smiles coyingly at them.
I was going to say thank you for thinking of my feelings, but after stopping my assistant in this way, you will be lucky if I do not report you to my captain. Superior.
Think of yourself like Draco Malfoy and be like, the Führer will hear about this.
My father will hear of this.
No, that was great though. You know, even if you said captain, they're too afraid to even notice. Okay, we're gonna take a quick slide here into F.A.M chaos. The snow crunches under your boots as you walk near the airfield's chain link fence. Soldiers march in the distance, patrolling the area inside the airfield.
You know, Effie, I was just thinking, here we are trying to sneak through a snowfield, and we're both wearing black trench coats.
Yes, you're very inconspicuous. You look like moving trees.
Have you ever seen Empire Strikes Back?
No. I could go so fast that they wouldn't see me, but they would still see you.
I think what we have to do is just make a stealth roll and pretend it all makes sense.
That was meta. That was hella meta. I loved it.
Guess what? The sound of boots breaking through stiff snow starts to grow louder. Go ahead and roll me that stealth roll that you were meta-ingly talking about.
Are we going to make this a teamwork stealth roll?
Well, I have +2 stealth, and I just rolled 2 more, so that's +4 stealth.
Excellent. I'll give you a +1, and we're not going to talk about what I rolled.
So you're able to find some small trees around the area and to hide behind.
Definitely Effie makes like an instant snow cave.
Oh, sweet. Oh, goodness. The sound of boots come near the spot on the fence that you were just barely at. Then the sound moves away until you can't hear it anymore. Your breath hangs in the air and puffs in front of you. After walking in the cold a little longer, you see where the captain told you to get into the airfield. The hangar is on the other side of the fence, not too far away.
How do you get through? Is it like a chain link fence?
It is. With barbed wire on top.
Let's do a laser.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's my eye.
Roll me a shoot with that. Let's see how well you do this. By the way, I've never found it very realistic in movies, especially like in Star Wars when they cut a circle and it's a perfect circle. I love in Big Hero 6 where they try to cut a circle and it's just terrible.
I rolled a 7. I squint my human eye and my cyborg eye starts glowing. Then it becomes a laser. And then I just do like a nice clean slit down the chain link fence all the way to the ground. And then I like shimmy through.
Nice.
I will follow. Take some twist ties out of my coat and twist tie the gate back shut.
Just do one at the bottom and
Good
then we'll
thinking.
cover it with snow.
Yeah.
And then
Well, you are both now inside the airbase. Let's switch back over to Van Helsing, Charlotte, and Zoo. A portly man greets you just inside the main building. As soon as you enter, he salutes. General Feldmarschall von Richthofen. I'm Oberst Müller. Mein Soldats have just informed me that you have arrived. How can we help the Reich today?
How can we serve you today?
Hello, and at ease.
Thank you.
Please, we will require this area for a very important meeting for the Third Reich.
Can someone get me a hot chocolate?
Yeah, I will get a soldat on that right away. And they call for a soldier to come near. This woman, the friend of the Führer, wants a hot cocoa.
With extra whipped cream, please.
Just the way you said it. What's a...
Sorry. What meeting are you needing, General Feldmarschall?
One that will turn the tide of the war in favor of the Third Reich.
Ah, I think I know what meeting, but that meeting has already happened.
Well, time to go back to the ship and come back, I don't know, an hour earlier.
Back up, we're going home.
I beg your pardon, but we were told that it was supposed to happen, like, now. Are you telling me we're late? Someone's gonna be real mad. Someone.
I flare my sensitive nostrils for emphasis.
Zoo flexes his sensitive biceps for extra emphasis.
The Fräulein just appeared and offered us the weapons. The weapons are spectacular and will be our path to victory. Alas, the Fräulein did not stay long. After our purchasing of the weapons, the Fräulein disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared? Where'd she go?
We do not know. The Fräulein disappeared into thin air.
Mein Gott.
Zoo walks to the side and hits his comm. Yep. Vicky, hearing this? The meat's already gone down. Blyth's gone.
You hear kind of the end of a rambling, a lot of the words you don't even understand, but they go, yes, I heard it all. Shit. Beth, why didn't you see that they left? Change of plans, everyone. Van Helsing, Charlotte, Zoo, I need the three of you to still go to the hangar. I need you three to make sure that no weapon has been installed in any of those planes. F.E. Chaos, I need you both to go get over to the weapons depot right now. That's most likely where those weapons were taken. I need you to get rid of the rest of the weapons by any means possible.
This sounds like a blow things up mission.
Yes.
I like blow things up missions.
So I would like to say something to this man. Excellent. This pleases me that the deal went so well. Please, I would like to inspect the weapons myself.
Of course, General Feldmarschall. We will take you to the hangar. And then, after that, we will take you to the weapons depot, where we took the weapons. We have some scientists who are looking at the weapons to test their magical properties.
Excellent.
You can be at the hangar right now if you want to be.
Okay, we're at the hangar. Hey fam, it's Keith. You may know me from my work as a transmogrifying zoologist and gorilla Archie Zooman. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you like what you hear, please jump on iTunes, give us a 5-star review, if you think we deserve it, that is. It really helps us out. If you want to follow us on social media, you can find us as Fantasy Adventure Machine. Thanks again for all the support, we really appreciate it. Now back to your regular scheduled time hop.
So now that you have your new assignments and the mission has changed, let's switch over to Effie and Chaos, who have to move from where they are all the way to the right.
Just fly casual?
Okay.
To be clear, because I don't know if you can do this. Not actually flying.
Lol.
We're gonna march like Nazis and hope nobody realizes that we forgot to put the patches on our uniforms.
I can march normally, but I'm not marching like the Lion King hyenas.
Basically the same thing. Did that come out by 1997? I think it did.
Yeah, Lion King was out by then.
I thought so. 1994. Perfect. Once again, just making sure you don't need 4 legs. Just 2.
I can't make extra legs.
These are the things that we should all know as a team.
I mean, maybe she can. She just doesn't know. I don't know.
And we start marching across to the weapons depot, trying to be inconspicuous by being conspicuous.
I think this falls under stealth. Could you roll me a stealth roll for that?
Please, better.
You can do a group thing.
Okay, one of us should roll though.
Yeah.
I got 4.
Cool, you got the roll. I didn't even try. So let's add 1 to that and make it a 5.
Nice. Okay. As you're marching through the base, trying to act as inconspicuously conspicuous as possible, your boots are crunching through the snow, and you make it to the forested area, no problem. Now you are in trees. You're able to be covered by the trees. You don't have to, as friendly GM, you don't have to be as Nazi-esque as you were before, and you make it through the forest, no problem.
I think that's like the most passive way anyone has told anybody that they don't have to be a Nazi.
We get to the end, we stop high-stepping, and Chaos stops humming Be Prepared from Lion King.
Be prepared.
Oh.
So are we linking the hyenas from Lion King to Nazis?
I mean, they
They
do march like
already
the
are.
Nazis.
That song was
That
very
song was explicitly
Nazi-esque.
Nazi or
Yeah.
inspired. Yeah.
As you're leaving the forest, a Nazi walks up to you and, looks you up and down. Achtung! What are you doing here?
Smoke break?
Keith's face right there, like,
It sounds like you're Nazis from Brooklyn.
hey, I'll take a smoke with you.
Is it going to be a problem that Effie's a woman? Is that going to come up right now?
Let's see if they notice.
I am very athletic, and I'm wearing a trench coat.
But you have purple hair.
Yeah, but maybe I'm wearing a hat.
They do look Effie up and down and kind of like shrugs.
Effie, could you dish us some cigarettes?
Look, have you heard of anything going on at this base?
No. Everything is 100% normal here. There's nothing weird going on.
It's just a child and a fembot having a smoke outside of a Nazi base.
He takes his cigarette out of his mouth and sees that Effie's not smoking and hands it to Effie. Look,
Effie looks at it and can't decide if I should throw it on the ground or just hand it back.
look, I don't mean to pry. I just, us soldats, we don't know a lot of stuff that is going on around here.
Can one of us roll to try and figure out what this guy wants?
Go ahead.
I drop the cigarette into the snow.
Just punch him in the face. He's a Nazi.
He hasn't asked me to salute him. If anybody asks me to salute him, I'm just gonna slit their throat.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
That seems like the appropriate reaction for Effie's character.
Neither of us seem to have any. You know what?
I have will, and I rolled a +1, so that gives me a 4. So I'm gonna stare him in the face with my grumpy, and I'll say, "What do you want? What are you doing out here? Tell me what you're doing."
Let's see how badly I fail at this intimidation, Will. Do you have provoke with that? Can you also roll me a
I
provoke?
mean, I have provoke.
Yeah, provoke's generally what you'd use for this.
Fair.
Look, just don't kill me. Let me out of this base alive, and I'll go back. I'll say I saw nothing.
Are you a spy? We're spies too.
Oh my gosh.
Get him!
Hey, seriously, what are the odds? The name's Baum, Jake Baum.
As soon as Keith was like, "You sound like you're from Brooklyn," I was like, "Oh, he does sound weird." And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's doing it on purpose. That means that he's an American."
Yeah, I know. I was sent here to figure out what's going on, see if we can get a leg up on the Nazis. No, what's your mission?
So there's some laser guns that they're
What?
going to attach to their planes.
What?
It's going to be a problem. Do you want to help us blow
Wait.
things up?
We're good at blowing things up.
What are laser guns?
Have you ever seen Buck Rogers?
Oh yeah, no. Oh wait, you mean? But how
Find
they
out
get?
if you would have seen Buck Rogers.
Actually, Buck Rogers I think came out in the 1930s.
I think so
but-
too.
But it would more have been a radio show. How'd they get their hands on that?
We're not at liberty to disclose that information.
They found it in a cave. It's an ancient relic, you know.
Like the Ark of the Covenant. They stole it from Indiana Jones.
Oh, no, they're gonna have my job for sure. No, I gotta go and see what's going on at the hangar. I'll catch up with you.
Sarah, do you want to try and calm this guy down a little bit? It's not really Chaos's forte, but Happy Effie might enjoy it.
Happy if he does enjoy some intrigue. Don't worry, man. I mean, we're really good at blowing stuff up. We're gonna take care of it.
Okay, but no, I seriously gotta see what's going on. No, I'll meet up with you and I'll help you blow stuff up in a bit. But I really gotta see what's going on down there.
Okay, just don't be there when we blow it up.
Effie, I've been listening just because everything's really boring over here. And do you want to tell this guy not to shoot us if he finds us?
Good idea. Hey, American man.
It's Baum, Jake Baum.
Bomb. How appropriate. We have some people infiltrating, and we don't want you to shoot them. Yeah, don't shoot our friends. They're pretending to be, Nazis. So.
Yeah, one of them is General Feldmarschall Wolfram Karl Ludwig Moritz Hermann Freiherr von Rickenfein.
What, you crazy?
Don't shoot him.
Okay.
The real one's
No.
tied up in a linen closet, only in his underwear.
Okay, no, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Chaos tries to get the cigarette out of the
It's
snow and smoke
long
it.
gone. It went out a while
Effie
ago.
slaps your hand. Come, child, let us go.
I take offense to that characterization.
Don't try and smoke cigarettes.
It's cool. Cigarettes are cool.
No.
Jake Baum takes a step back and pauses. Wait a second. No, I just realized. He points at Effie. You're a dame. Huh. A dame is a spy. America really is the land of the free. Don't forget what you're fighting for. He's about to throw his hand up into a salute, but then awkwardly changes it into an American salute. No, force of habit, he mumbles as he turns and runs into the woods.
And then I say to Cass, it's a good thing he didn't salute me, since I said I would kill anyone who did.
That would have been really awkward.
Agreed.
The building that now stands in front of you without anybody around it is one story with no windows that you can see and looks to contain only a few rooms. There's a metal door that you can see on the wall nearest you with a wheel in the middle. Before you can enter that building, we're actually going to switch over to Van Helsing, Charlotte, and zoom in. The hangar is a large open building containing machines Van Helsing has never seen before. Several of them line the edges of the building, large, sleek machines with long wings. There also appears to be an odd, horseless carriage in the middle of the room. The rest of you recognize the fighter planes and the jeep. A few men are working on moving a thin box on rollers to one of the planes, and another set of mechanics is in the process of hooking a thin-barreled gun to the bottom of a different fighter plane's fuselage.
Guys, we've got to destroy these things.
Van Helsing is trying to stifle his look of amazement that is trying to force itself onto his face, because he knows that he has supposed to have seen these many times before.
Nice. Because he's surprised about what a plane is.
Yeah.
So he's trying to he's trying to look cool, where really he's like, what the hell are these things?
Yeah, exactly. I would like to just make my way over for the person that's clearly putting the new gun onto their metal bird.
Okay, as you approach, they quickly stand up at attention and throw their hands into a salute. General Feldmarschall!
At ease, sir. Please, may I inspect this weapon?
Of course, General Feldmarschall.
Thank you. And I look at it to confirm that it does not belong in this time period. Ah, this is the stuff.
Hostess.
Did you like rub it on your teeth? Like,
Yeah, I
okay.
take a big sniff actually of the new gun.
Nice.
Yeah. Ah, fresh off of the line.
Ja, the Fräulein says that only those of pure blood can shoot them.
All right, let's test that theory. And Zuman walks over to a crate that has some of these railguns in it and goes to heft one.
A soldier walks in carrying a cup on a small plate. What do you call those?
A saucer?
A saucer. Thank you.
I got you.
And hands it to Oberst Mueller. Oberst Mueller then calls Charlotte over to give her the hot cocoa.
Char walks over and like gets close enough so that she is like able to sniff it and sniffs it. And then with a wave of her hand, she knocks it into the Ofer, whatever his name is, so that it spills down his front, all the while saying, "Take it back! It is not chocolatey enough." And then she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure we can get you another one of your coats."
After some controlled indignation, Oberst steps away, and the soldier actually pulls him to the side, and they have a muffled conversation. Then Mueller comes back, a bit more reserved. General Feldmarschall, it seems that you are interested in seeing how these guns work. Would you like to see a demonstration?
Very much.
Zuman picks up the gun that he's near and he's like, excellent.
Good.
And he pulls
Also,
back the giant hammer.
I was sent to okay this deal, and since the deal happened in my absence, I would like to perform an inventory on all of the guns that we have purchased.
That is good. Just one moment.
The bill of sale.
Can I get your barcodes?
We have some American prisoners that we will try this gun on.
How did I know this was going to happen?
Oh, shit. It's okay, because I'm holding the gun.
I would like to test the gun myself. Will you show me how it works without the prisoners first?
Good. I was actually about to invoke your trouble.
Yes.
Let's not forget that I am currently holding a cocked one of these in my arms.
You don't know how to shoot it.
I just pulled back the hammer and now I'm waiting for instructions.
Doesn't have a hammer.
Okay.
Do you know how a railgun works? I don't know how a railgun works.
All right, Mueller, get over here and show me how this thing works.
Yes, very good. Let's all learn how to shoot this gun.
We would very much like to show you on some American dogs.
Yes, but I would like to not be embarrassed in front of them. I think it would be good for morale, for our fellow soldiers to see that Feldmarschall himself was executing the prisoners.
Also, sir, I just wanted to remind you, as your illustrious assistant, that we really have to make sure we know how this performs on unorganic matter. Because, that's one of the requirements.
That is true. I thought this was supposed to be a bunker blaster. No?
But could you all please roll me a bunker blaster bluff?
Can we do teamwork on it?
Yeah.
I will roll because I have +3 on deceive.
Okay. I don't have any deceive, so I can't add anything to this roll.
I also don't have any deceive.
Go ahead.
Cool. So I ended up with a +4 great to deceive.
Okay. I actually rolled really well. So, Oberschmuller looks at all of you and says, "We don't have any such procedures." Ha! I knew you were imposters. Tell the real General Field Marshal who just came that I have apprehended the rebel scum. Achtung! To me!
Okay, can I try and shoot the railgun now?
I would actually like to invoke your trouble aspect of brawn over brain.
Cool, I'm down.
You don't know how to shoot this gun, but
I can become a gorilla and use it like
You
a
could-
stick.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looks kind of like a bat.
Okay, let's do it. I accept the trouble.
You get an extra fate point for that. So we should, since this is the first time invoking an aspect or invoking a trouble, we should explain what it is.
Totally.
Okay, in doing this, this changes the story a little bit, and now you should act more like this, a less brain, more brawn, and I will give you because you accepted, here is a fate point.
Okay, cool. That sounds great. Run, guys! I'm gonna hold them off, and I start to transform into a gorilla.
Just giving that fate point right back, huh?
Okay. Do we want to like roll initiative or something like that?
It depends on how this goes, what you want to do. If you want to run away, then we don't really need to. We'll just do a contest. If you want to stay and fight, then we can do and then we'll all roll initiative.
I want to get into one of the planes.
Ditto.
So, all right. So if they're getting in the that's great because like I'm not thinking clearly enough to get in a plane, but I am thinking clearly enough to hit some Nazis. So I'm gonna I'm transforming, and then you guys are getting in a plane, which is dope.
Different planes.
Hopefully, the one that already has the railgun attached, right?
I mean, yeah. I was mostly just hoping I could start it and then like let the plane go and crash into a wall and maybe burn the building down. Something like that.
So we are going with movie explosion rules then.
All right. So Zoo is transforming into a gorilla, and obviously the very tight Nazi uniform is not handling that well.
What is that?
So the buttons pop off my vest, yes. And, I become the full-grown gorilla from Taronga Zoo again. And I still have the railgun in my hands, and I start swinging left and right, sort of trying to make a huge arc around me so that Shar and Van Helsing can escape.
Okay. So Shar and Van Helsing, you're getting in the plane.
I do want to clarify, Shar and Van Helsing are not getting in the same plane.
Or getting in planes. Yeah. I'm just thinking this through, trying to figure out, because if we want to fight and face them, that's one thing. If we want to just exact a plan, then that would be a challenge for Zoo to clear path using the fight skill, Charlotte and Van Helsing to use possibly athletics to get up into the plane, and then drive to start the plane. So yeah, let's start with Zoo and clearing a path.
Okay, here we go. I got a +8.
So as you pick up this battering ram that you now have, you knock the mechanics and the other soldiers in the hangar near you just to the side. They go flying.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get Charlotte and Van Helsing into their planes.
Okay. So you want me to roll athletics to hop in?
Yeah, old man.
That's a +1. Yep, +1.
So you can succeed with a cost, and your cost is that you get in upside down. Your legs are hanging out the top of the plane. You're not quite in the plane.
So I kind of like clamber
Not
over the
right.
wing and then like trip into the cockpit and my legs are just sticking out.
So you're face down in the plane.
Yeah.
They have
Yep.
pedals, right? You could do
Yeah,
this.
I put my hands on the pedals on the floor and I start pushing and the tail starts swinging back and forth. It's great.
It's like a bike.
That's awesome. Okay.
And Charlotte.
I got a -1.
Don't you have athletics?
Yeah, I have
She has
athletics.
+2,
I have
yeah.
+2, but I rolled a -3.
Wow.
That's not optimal.
Okay. You can succeed with a severe cost there. Because you didn't, you know, that's how fate works. If you don't succeed outright, you can still succeed. Your choice, but at a severe cost.
No, I think that Shar tries to get over the plane, but unfortunately, because of the 40s women's style, she's wearing a very narrow pencil skirt that goes down to her mid shin. And so she cannot jump onto the wing of the plane to boost herself in, and casually ends up leaning against the wing of the plane and just goes, skirts, am I right?
See, now that is good narration.
And it fit your character so well.
So, Charlotte, since you didn't make it into the plane, now it's only Van Helsing who will be rolling to finish this challenge and getting this plane started to move it. We're going to... Van Helsing, can you start this plane?
It depends. Are the startup instructions written clearly on the dashboard?
I was about to say in German, but you speak that.
And here's the thing. I, Nathan Crawford, also do know how to start an airplane.
I know. Actually, same. Why would they be written clearly on the dashboard? No,
Are they written clearly on the floor?
That's the question. Yes. Are they written clearly on the floor?
Left, right. They are not written clearly anywhere, but I mean, you can see the controls there. You can see
should
that
totally have a big green button.
There's a. That's not how planes work.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what these old planes look like. I don't know if they would even have a key. I'm guessing they probably don't. They probably have a button that says ignition, and they probably also have like a fuel startup. Oh yeah, you have to prime these. You got to prime these
you have
ones.
to pull it out. You have to.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I think, you know what? Let me just roll. And if it's a good roll, then the instructions are written down for the new pilots. Yeah, you know what? There's probably actually a list of starting procedures in the plane. That's pretty standard.
Pre-flight checklist. It is standard.
Okay. So this is what happens. I don't know if I have to roll for this, but Van Helsing gets in, and he falls over the side of the cockpit, and he sees the pre-flight checklist stuffed between the side of the seat and the side of the cockpit on the floor.
I'll allow it.
And picking it up, he attempts to start the plane using the checklist, skipping the walk around on the outside of the plane first, of course.
No, you have to follow the
He gets back
checklist
out of the plane,
exact.
walks around, checks all the control surfaces, and then he gets back in the plane. Okay, so I will invoke a fate point to use the pre-flight checklist, and then I'm going to roll for drive, which I have nothing on, so it's going to be a +2.
That is a fair. So, Van Helsing, we can do this one of two ways. And it all depends on how badly you want this plane to start. We can either succeed at a cost again, or we can find another aspect to invoke with another fate point.
This plane is very strange to Dr. Van Helsing, but that's all right. That's all right, because I am an expert in the esoteric, so I will spend a second fate point to use my phase 2 aspect of expert in the esoteric.
So that brings it up to a great.
He's just going to turn the throttle on and jump out of the cockpit again.
Okay. Could you describe how surprised Van Helsing is to have started this plane?
Yeah. Van Helsing is he's hitting the start button, and he's pulling on the throttle, and he's opening up the air. He's doing everything he can, just like kind of jump back and forth, and eventually it turns over. Actually, wait. I think I need someone to turn this propeller. There's no starter on these planes.
In a freak accident, while the zoo gorilla man is trying to bowl everyone over, he accidentally hits the propeller at the exact moment with the railgun, and it just starts turning.
Excellent. And we're just going to say that the plane's engine was hot, so it was easy to start, even though Van Helsing had no idea what he was doing.
Sure, we'll go with that.
This is why they're called fate points and not realism points, guys. It
Yes.
works fine.
We are messing with fate here.
Okay, so your plane has started. I've hit some Nazis. Shar is chilling on a wing.
No. Leaning against the wing and absolutely taking as many pictures as she can of herself.
Of herself, yes.
The plane Van Helsing is in starts to roll forward.
Okay, so I jam in the throttle all the way up, and then I try and hop out of the plane.
Okay, roll me another athletics roll for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fall on my face, but it's okay.
Yeah, don't break a hip, please.
Roll a skydiving from 10 feet up roll.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 0.
What's the cost that you would like?
Probably
for
just
this?
some damage. Probably some physical stress.
Broken nose.
Okay, yeah, please. Okay, so
No, not
with
his
that,
sensitive
Yeah,
nostrils.
break those sensitive nostrils.
No.
Nose.
as you're trying to jump out of the plane, your foot gets caught in the edge of the cockpit, and you tumble over the wing and smack into the cement.
Oh.
And please take 1 physical
Damn.
stress.
This is going to show up on Multiverse's funniest home videos.
Oberst Mueller jumps out of the way as the plane is heading for him. The other soldiers and mechanics are dumbfounded and trying to figure out what just happened, giving you a moment to do what you need to do. What do you need to do? What do you want to do?
So Zoo shouts, "Get in the Jeep!" And then he smashes the railgun on the ground and heads towards the Jeep.
Could you roll me a physique roll or a fight roll for that?
Okay. So I got -2 on the dice, but I get +6. So +4.
Okay. The railgun smashes to bits, the barrel's bent in weird shape. You destroyed the railgun. And now it's up to Charlotte and Van Helsing.
I mean, I can normally drive a stick shift even as Zoomin, but not as a gorilla.
Is there anyone near Shar?
Not standing upright.
Yeah, I bowled everybody over.
She's going to take a jacket off of one of the bowled over people.
Please roll me a steal the clothes off of a man's back roll.
+2 fair.
He fights you, but you're able to, after a little bit, you're able to wrestle that coat off his arms and off his back. Congratulations, you just stole a soldier's coat.
Shar takes the jacket and then gets into the Jeep.
Sweet. So you're all in the Jeep now, right?
I think Van Helsing's still laying on the ground.
I'll help you out.
You all jump into the Jeep as Gorilla Zoo jams the key into the ignition and turns
Wait, I'm driving as a gorilla?
Oh my gosh, no. Shar is driving. Move over.
Yeah, I'm not driving. I'm gonna leap onto the open back of the Jeep. I'm not driving this thing.
We are going to cut right there to Effie and Chaos. And the door to the weapons depot opens slowly. And as soon as you open it, you hear a talking in the distance. What do you mean I have to shut it down? Just because we have a spy in the compound doesn't mean progress can be stopped. Lock the doors. Don't hinder scientific progress. It is the General Feldmarshal's orders. We need to shut everything down and keep an eye out for spies. Do not hinder me. My job is not to watch out for spies. That is your job. Do it. I am close to finding the magical properties of these relic weapons. Once we find out how they work, we can use it in all our weapons and bring glory to the Reich.
Oh good, German scientists. That's never gone poorly for anyone.
The inside of the weapons depot is dimly lit by lights hanging overhead. There's a large room filled with shelves and boxes. Further up the wall, to your left, is a door leading into another room. That is where you heard the arguing from.
Okay. Effie wants to go to where the arguing was happening. And as she walks into the room, she's just gonna throw off her trench coat, and she's wearing a pair of Aladdin pants and crop top.
Nice.
Because that's what she was wearing before she put her trench coat on.
I just love that you said Aladdin pants.
Of course, that's what you're wearing before you put your trench coat on.
And some combat boots, probably. And then I'll just turn my arm into a machine gun, and then I'm just gonna shoot up the room.
I'm not going with her. I'm looking for explosives. And I'm going to be really surprised when the gunfire starts.
I'm going to kind of switch things up here a bit. We're going to get to your roll in just a second, Effie. After Effie sneaks away, you hear heavy boots running to you, Chaos, from behind, outside.
Oh yeah, there's shelves in here, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
I'm moving behind shelves. I want to not be where the boots will see me when they get here.
Actually, Chaos, could you roll me a stealth roll, and then Effie, roll me a shoot roll.
I got a +3 for good. If that's not good enough, let me know, because I'm invested in this.
Okay, so roll me a shoot, Effie.
I got 6.
Effie, would you like to explain how you do what you do best?
Very gangsterly.
So, like, from the hip with the giant machine gun arm?
Yeah, but it's my arm.
Wait.
From the hip with a giant machine gun arm.
Do you hold your machine gun arm sideways and lean to the left when you go and shoot?
I was thinking more like black and white movie gangster, not like...
Right, got it.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Are you holding your machine gun arm in with one hand as it's like at your hip? Because that's what I'm picturing, like a Tommy gun.
Yeah, Tommy gun style.
Nice. Okay, they had no chance. You just shot down a scientist and a soldier on the table where the scientist was standing. You see a very futuristic thin-barreled gun, and some of the panels have been carefully taken off and are to the side, exposing some wires inside.
Can I turn my arm into a flamethrower and take it to the wiring?
Go ahead.
Cool.
You'll want to roll me another shoot with that.
I got just a straight 4 that time. Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
Cool. The sound of the boots enters into the weapons depot just before the Tommy gun machine gun shooting starts. Holy moly! What just happened? You guys here?
It's Bob!
Jake Baum. Hey, you in here? Oh crap! Did I just blow my cover? What? Oh no! They're gonna have my hide for this. I know they're already looking for an imposter in the base. Oh, I'm in such.
Jay, is that you?
You, hey, fellow American spy.
Are you alone?
They're looking for me. You gotta help me out. They say, I've been hearing chatter about this imposter all over the base. They're looking for me. They found me out.
Great, it's safe in here for now. Help me find explosives.
Okay, and Effie, so a 4 will let you, you're able to sever all of those wirings and actually melt a lot of what's there, so they can't recreate it if they tried.
Fantastic.
So is this all the weapons are now destroyed, or are we still looking for more?
There are a few more. So why don't you roll me an investigate there, Chaos, to look for some explosives, and Jake, being the amazing American spy he is, he's gonna help you with that. Give you a +1.
All right, that'll
So
boost us to a 4/4. Great.
Cool. As you're looking for some explosives, he picks some things up and he's like, no, is this one? Can this help out?
That's a medical kit. Look, I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot. We're looking for big red boxes that say TNT.
That's the best. Crash Bandicoot is my jam.
I do like Crash Bandicoot. Is there anyone that doesn't like Crash
Is that some kind of tune?
I wouldn't worry about it. Look, here it is.
Okay. Sweet. Yep, you found a whole crate of TNT.
All right, we're rigging in a remote detonator in the case of TNT, leaving it in the middle of the floor and getting out.
Chaos, would you roll me a how big is this explosion roll? Basically a tech roll to build this explosion, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely. So I rolled a -2 on the dice, which puts us at fair. So I'm going to invoke my high concept teenage hacker genius to put us back at a great.
Nice.
Sweet. Would you like to describe real quick putting that bomb together?
Yeah, so I get the TNT, which distressingly was not in a large red box marked TNT, which is why it took a little bit. And I drag it out into the center of the floor. It's kind of heavy. I slide it. Jake kind of helps, but kind of doesn't want to touch it when he realizes that it's full of TNT. So he like pushes it with his foot a little bit.
Nice.
You know this stuff's explosive, right?
Yes, I do. That's the plan.
Are you trying to blow us up or something?
Yes, no, kind of.
Effie comes down the stairs. She's like,
Look, hold this. And I give him a couple of wires and a D battery as I start linking these all together.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Effie comes down the stairs and she's like, what are you guys doing?
Okay, you can give it back now. Okay, so I link up a bunch of wires to the TNT, and I know a D battery linked in a complete circuit will blow itself up in a few minutes. And we put that in the crate, and I say, okay, we should go.
Hey everyone, it looks like chaos is blowing up this building, so can we get an extraction?
We are on the way. How will we recognize you?
If you see people who look like they're going to get blown up, that's us.
I'll keep my eye out for people who... Oh, I think I see you.
Yeah!
A group of 3 people are running towards the Jeep. Chaos and Effie in the front, and another gentleman running behind them.
Shar pulls the emergency brake so that the end of the Jeep just like swoops out and then they skid to a halt.
Nice, an e-brake turn.
That's some Fast and Furious shit right there.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift. Germany Drift. What town are we in?
Lufafa, whatever that means.
We will happily all pile into this car.
Okay.
Do you have Jake Baum with you, or did you leave him behind?
Oh, we brought him. I definitely just
Okay.
tossed him in.
Okay, I want you all to roll a cool guys don't look back at explosions roll.
I got a +4.
I got a 0.
So
But I'm already facing backwards. It's not fair.
As the Jeep skedaddles away with all of you in it, the weapons depot explodes. Huge explosion behind you. You can see, Zoo can see debris flying everywhere. Shortly after, another explosion, and then another, like little tiny pops, as the entire weapons depot blows sky high.
Whoa. Guys, it's so pretty.
Jake turns to everyone. No, that just won something for the United States, right?
Does anybody else feel really patriotic right now?
Yes, they'll give us our certificate that says good at blowing things up.
It's like your merit badge. Who are you?
The name's Baum. Jake Baum.
He's a spy. We found him. Can we keep him?
I feel like if he was a spy, he shouldn't have just told me his name.
He's a very good spy. Don't question it.
I mean, I guess there's room in the hold if we want to bring him along.
You could make him a habitat.
What are you talking about bringing along?
On second thought, you did all of this, and you didn't see any of us.
You make it to the shack right there. The Jeep skids to a halt.
We're gonna go in here. You take the Jeep and go tell General Patton the mission was a success. Somebody figure out where General Patton was stationed during this so we can figure out if that was smart.
I mean, I think that's fine.
I'm pretty sure General Patton was in the Eastern Theater, and Jake Baum's going to be like, what the heck are you talking about?
I mean, but that also tracks because why would Chaos know that exactly? So
no, yeah,
it works fine.
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
it was
fine.
in character.
Jake kind of looks at you and I guess all right.
Yeah, General Patton was 100%
Sure.
in the Eastern Theater and not present for this. Good. Well done, soldier. And he gives him an awkward American salute and hops out of the Jeep and runs into the shack.
Bye, Bomb. Don't forget, we don't want any credit.
Okay, we all follow Chaos into the shack.
We did it. Yay!
We solved his Nazi puzzle.
Yeah, he solved the Nazi puzzle. The captain stands with their hands planted firmly on the console, hunched shoulders, head drooped. I don't want any of you to feel ashamed of what just happened.
Are you kidding? That was awesome.
A soldier with years of training could do no better. That being said, I'm sorry to say, but you will all have to stay on my ship for just a little longer.
Are you kidding? We got to get that Nazi sympathizer Blyth.
That right there is the end of episode 2. And you all just made your first foray into the time void.
Da 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 da.
Well, fam, that was that. We'll see y'all at Uncle Joe's birthday.